What is up, my viewers and subscribers? I am Mike Wayne, aka Rob180, and in this video, I am going to talk about how power scaling and power levels are important and do actually matter in anime, mostly Dragon Ball Z. Because I really don't watch that much anime that involves power scaling, but the one I did watch where power scaling mattered the most was Dragon Ball Z. And there are a lot of people now, it has come to my attention that there are people that actually believe power levels don't mean anything. And it's really ridiculous how they come to that conclusion, seeing as how most of the anime consists of people powering up. And I'm just going to give a few examples of why power levels and power scaling does matter. Think about Frieza. Would he have been any type of threat against Goku if Goku had just awoken when Frieza was just about to transform for the first time? If Frieza had been at level in his first form or his second form, he wouldn't have stood a chance against Goku at all. And think about Super Saiyans, right? There's a reason why Super Saiyans are the only thing that could ever beat Frieza. Because when a Saiyan powers up to that level, they become many times more powerful than even Frieza in his final form, the full power Frieza. And think about, like I said, think about full power Frieza. Would he be that powerful if he didn't have a full power version of himself? If he didn't have these transformations? Zarbon, a guy who, before transforming, could barely touch Vegeta. And then, as soon as he transformed, Vegeta just got squashed, pretty much. He got smashed, thrown into the river, uh, and left for dead. Which he didn't die, obviously. But that's what I'm saying, though. Think about all these things. Think about how powerful certain characters become after power scaling. And martial arts, knowing how to fight, that does take into account of how good a person is, how great a person is at fighting and all that. But against someone like Frieza, uh, Krillin knows almost as much about martial arts as Goku, and yet Goku's the one who defeated Frieza. Think about that. Uh, and like, uh, you know, how could, how could, like, uh, you take Gohan for example. Gohan, in the Super Saiyan form, in the first Super Saiyan form, uh, he was just as powerful as Goku, and then when he transformed into Super Saiyan 2, he surpassed Goku. You're telling me power scaling had nothing to do with that? There are so many things about power scaling that benefits a fighter in these anime shows. Um, and it's like you can't defeat certain opponents without power scaling. Certain people are just too powerful to beat in the animes. You have to have power scaling, or else it doesn't even matter how good you are fighting if you're against someone more powerful than you. So like Frieza, he kicked Goku's ass throughout most of their fight, even though Goku was, he started out being just as strong, and then it was revealed that Frieza wasn't even, uh, he didn't even reach his full potential yet. And so he kept raising his power level, right? And then Goku started losing. And then when Goku transformed into Super Saiyan, uh, he started winning. And then when Frieza started boosting his power up to 100%, they were even. And that wouldn't have happened without power scaling. So the fact, like, this idea that power scaling and power levels do not matter, especially in the Dragon Ball Z universe, is just ridiculous. They obviously do matter because a lot of the fights are affected by power scaling. You cannot just dismiss these accounts of transformations and all that. Any form of power scaling affects the fight of any anime, almost any anime. You know, I've seen a couple that don't involve power scaling at all. I've seen quite a few actually that don't involve power scaling at all. But in closing, I'm just saying, though all those examples of power scaling, how they affected those fights, that shows, that has to prove that, you know, go back and watch it. Go back and watch it, and you'll see that power scaling does matter. Power scaling and power levels matter greatly. The only reason why a person would underestimate their opponent is because they rely on scouters, but that's because the Earthlings knew how to lower and raise their power level at will. That had nothing to do with the effectiveness of power scaling. That was just them tricking the bad guys. But, you know, that's pretty much it, you know. So I'm just gonna end this with please rate and comment. I am Mike Wayne, aka Rub 180. So long for now.